Greetings, comic friends. Welcome to a heck of a Wednesday. It is TGIW. Thank God it's Wednesday. We got someone over here. I'm not sure how well this is going to go. She's got a bit of sassafras in her right now, so she might interject at some point. But maybe she's doing better now. All right, so heck of a Wednesday. This was a big week. This was a super big week. I don't know if it was a big week just across the board or just for me, but this is the biggest week I've had in quite a while. This is, I think, a total of 16 books. There's one book that Monster Kill Squad that I was supposed to get a while ago, but there was another book that I was supposed to get this week, but I didn't. All the copies of Strange Academy this week that came into the shop were damaged, so I should have gotten that, but didn't. So we'll call it an even swap for the Monster Kill Squad number 4. So with that, it's a total of 16 books this week. It's a lot, but what's really weird. Usually when I have really any amount of books, there's some in there where I'm kind of like, yeah, like I'll read it because I've got myself into it, so I just got to get through it. I don't think there's one of those this week. Like, it's all really good, solid stuff. I'm looking forward to reading. Looking through these has put me in a really, really big reading mood. It is not out of the realm of possibilities that I read through all these tonight. I can't wait to get done with this video and get it up, because then I'm just going to go read, and I'm real excited for that, and I'm real excited for a number of the books that are in here. So let's go through what else we got. So I picked up Silk number 2. I have not yet added this officially to my poll. I wanted to. I liked the first issue. I wanted to read at least the maybe two and maybe 3 until I decided to add it. But I did really like the first issue, so I picked up the second one just on a trial basis. Saga number 56. Number 55 was really good. It took me a little while to remember kind of what was going on, but I got there. Saga is really good. I think, it's at 56 issues. I think maybe it's a little bit long in the tooth. There's been times where it's been coming out. I've been like, ugh, okay. It's been one of those books, right, where just like, okay, just get through this. It's definitely had those times where it seems like it kind of overstayed its welcome. 55 was really good. I'm kind of back in. We'll see where it goes. But I hope they keep momentum going, because I think there were some times previously where they really kind of slowed things down and I stopped caring for a bit. But let's hope that doesn't happen. Again. Dark Ages number 5. So the premise here is that a giant EMP went off. There's no technology or electronics in the Marvel universe, and just how that sort of post-apocalyptic sort of world is faring. It's good. It's very enjoyable. Ben Reilly SpiderMan number 2. So I believe this is just going to be a 5-issue limited series. It's a Ben Reilly story from back in the day. It's not taking place now when he's the Spider-Man with Beyond. The first issue was good. It's fun. It has that kind of old school feel to it with that with those characters. So that's been fun. Silver Surfer Rebirth. This is another limited that I picked up. The Spider-Man limited I have to. I'm kind of obligated to pick up Spider-Man stuff. Silver Surfer, I wouldn't say that I'm obligated to pick up all Silver Surfer stuff, but when it comes to like a rebirth, like, oh, he's getting back into the universe, I do want to read those. I do want to see how that goes. If it was just a just another Silver Surfer story of him doing something, I probably wouldn't pick it up. But this seems like it's probably an important thing in his story. House of Slaughter #5. I will say I am enjoying this more than I thought that I would. I really like the story between these two characters. And I think it's mostly this. If it wasn't for the connection between the two main characters here, it'd probably be about as good as I thought it would be, which is about as good as Something Is Killing the Children, which is, again, it's good. It's just not the most fantastic thing in the world. But this is good. It's good backup for Something Is Killing the Children. It's an interesting story, seeing how the different clans interact with each other, and just the background of that world. So I'm happy that I'm reading it. I'm happy that I picked it up. I am enjoying it more than I thought that I would. Star Trek Klingons. This is I'm not actually real sure what to expect. This is just a one-shot. I do enjoy the Klingons. They're one of my favorite Star Trek races. It looks like Worf is there on the cover. I'm not sure, again, what it's really going to be about. Excuse me. It is just a one-shot, so it's one and done. If it was a series, a limited series, I probably wouldn't have picked it up, but with just the one-shot, though, this isn't a very big one-shot, and it was $7.99. It seems a bit much, but it's too late now. Department of Truth #16. Yes, #16. Again, I mean, I don't know. I can't keep talking about it. It's, if you're not reading it, read it. There's 2 trades out there. Even getting individual issues isn't actually all that bad. They're out there, but with 2 trades out, there's no excuse for anyone not reading that book at this point. Berserker 7. And this is a nice sort of quick popcorny, like, just have some fun and some beat 'em up type stuff going on. It's a fun book, for Keanu Reeves' first foray into comics. It's good, and he's mentioned that he wants to have this be a franchise of some kind, get into other media, whether it be movies or TV. Not that it really makes a difference to the comic. Either it's good or it's not, and it is good. I do enjoy it. The writing's good. He's getting help from Matt Kent. I wouldn't expect an actor or someone that's outside of comics just be able to easily step in and write comics. That's tough, unless they are, sort of a comic person, like been reading comics for a long time. And I guess I don't know Keanu Reeves' background, but I don't think he's been in the comic scene. So Matt Kent's there to sort of help him out, and they seem to make a good team. Robin 11. So we're getting more with the background of Ra's al Ghul and his grandmother. It's fantastic. Robin is one of, if not my favorite DC book right now. Blue and Gold, 6 of 8. And this has been fun. Is it something that one of those things in retrospect, did I absolutely need? It is a very good Booster Gold and Blue Beetle story, but it is also just a Booster Gold and Blue Beetle story. When I saw the first issue out there, I love Booster Gold. I love Blue Beetle. I love the both of them as a pair. So my eyes widened up. I'm like, oh, it's been a while since I've seen this. Was it absolutely necessary? Probably not. But it is good. But it is something that I probably really didn't need to get necessarily. Amazing Spider-Man #90. So we're getting close again to the end of Beyond. I think again it's #93. We have the Queen Goblin Queen. I think it's Queen Goblin, because Goblin Queen is a character in X-Men, I think. Um, but in the last issue, Ben sort of took off with what's her name, Janine, left Mary Jane and Black Cat behind, which was very un-Spider-Man of him to do. But Peter's back out there and taking on the Queen Goblin. So I imagine that this is probably going to be... I don't know. We only have 3 more issues to wrap up the entire thing. So we can't... I don't think we can spend too much time with Queen Goblin. I imagine there'll be like a fight in this issue, maybe next issue, and then have to actually kind of wrap up the Beyond stuff. Let's see. Some other things. Let's see. I picked up Ghost Rider 1. I am a big fan of Danny Ketch. I'm not Danny Ketch. I mean, Danny Ketch is fine, but Johnny Blaze as Ghost Rider, and I know that it's Johnny Blaze as Ghost Rider in this. So I decided to pick up the first issue. It's a little bit thicker than normal for a number 1 than a normal issue, but maybe there's a lot to cover. But I picked up Silk 1 because I was interested in that. I picked up Iron Fist 1 because I was interested in the character. And Iron Fist 1, by the way, was really good. I'm totally going to add that. And Ghost Rider is sort of the same. I do have an interest in this character. I will at least give it 1, maybe 2 issues to see if I want to keep reading it. But I, at the very least, have to read that first issue just to kind of see what's going on. This one was sort of a given. I'm a big Aquaman fan, so Aquaman, the 6-issue limited leading up to this with Jackson, it ended up being good. In the end, I see what it was doing. It set itself up very well for Aquaman. And again, I being a huge Aquaman fan, like, this is a no-brainer. I'm going to get this no matter what else is on my poll. So this was obvious. But I am excited about it. I do like Jackson as a character. I'm curious to see how it's going to be with Arthur and Jackson as co-stars of a single book. But we'll see. And the last thing I got, I'm not sure about this. We'll see how this one goes. I picked up Radio Apocalypse number 2. I did get the number 1 on local comic shop day, and I read it, and I really, really liked it. So I decided to pick up the second issue. This, I might not get any more individual issues. We'll see how I feel about reading this issue. At the very least, I will probably get it in a trade when it comes out, because I did really like the first issue. If I read this and I'm finding myself in a spot where, a lot of, I think these sorts of indie titles definitely read better as a collection. If I get the sense of that when I read this, I might not get, number 3 onward and just wait for a collection. That probably is what I'll end up doing. As I think about it, I probably shouldn't even picked up this number 2. I should have just waited for the collection. But I saw it, and I realized that I'd forgotten about it. Radio Apocalypse. I read the first issue of that. I wanted to follow up on that, so I picked up number 2, not thinking it through, oh, wait, but maybe I should just wait for a trade. So, messed up. It happens. But that is it. In a real hearty chunk of books. But, man, there isn't one in here that is, usually there's some that I set aside, these are going to be the last ones that I read. There really isn't. I don't know what I'm going to start with. I don't know what the order is going to be. There's some I'm more excited than others, but I am excited for all of them. And it's been a long time since I had a week like that, and it's weird that it's this week because it's so big. With more books, the odds are greater there'll be a ho-hum title in there, but I don't think there is. So that's cool. I'm happy about that. So that's it. Let me know your thoughts. Was this a big week for you as well? Was it just a big week in general? And I just happened to get hit really hard. Maybe I'm not paying close enough attention and I'm falling back into old bad habits. I might have to reevaluate that. I know there's a lot of limited series that are ending or have ended, so maybe I'm okay, and this is just one of those anomaly weeks. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and of course, don't forget to make yours Titan. This video is brought to you by Titan Comic Pressing. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Titan Comic Pressing LLC.